Hi everyone, I want to welcome you to CI 515. I'm so excited. After 2 years, I finally get to work with this group. I'm really excited about working with you and your journey to action research. I kind of say it in the presentation this week. I don't want you to get kind of psyched out by the word research, but I think what you'll notice is that we're going to have a real kind of systematic way of learning about action research and how, by knowing how it works and what we do in action research, we can really improve what we're doing with others. So what I'm doing here is just kind of an intro to the course. So I'm hoping you're starting with this video so that I go kind of a little bit through some of the course ideas and how I have it set up and so forth. As I said, this class will focus on action research, but what I'm hoping is that you will be able to integrate that thread of instructional technology throughout the course, and hopefully that technology piece will become part of the research that you conduct in your educational environment, whatever it be, whether it's a classroom or wherever you're working or whatever. The goal will be for you to actually conduct a action research project. And again, that seems a little overwhelming now, but if you hang with me week in and week out, I think you'll find it that you'll get along just fine, and you will have a very viable and exciting action research project to share at the end of this semester. So I look forward to going through the journey with you, and hopefully we'll learn together, and I'll be able to kind of guide you through this process of action research. I will scaffold the process. I'm not going to leave you hanging, but I will say that this is not a course that you want to procrastinate with. You will want to keep up every week and kind of keep doing the parts as I introduce them to you in the course. So kind of put your procrastination card in your back pocket if you are one of those, and kind of hang with me week in and week out as we take this journey together. The course, as you can see, I have set up in Moodle Rooms, and I think you've used it in and out of other courses, so I don't think that will be a problem for you. But I just want to take you through it so that you know kind of how I have it set up and where you get the course materials. Namely, where you might want to start is with the course syllabus. You might just want to have a look at that and read through it a little bit. I have it set up. Obviously, you can print it out or whatever, however you want to do it. The course objectives, the required textbooks, we've gone over that. Again, if you need any accommodations at any time and place, let me know. And then I do have a description of all the required course assignments. So sometimes a lot of you want to know what's going to happen in this, what am I going to have to do? Here it is, okay? Your biggie for this course is really just your action research project and your presentation. Not to worry about right now. We'll build up to that. I would say about 4 or 5 weeks into the course is where kind of that level of doing the different things that will happen. So hopefully the syllabus kind of lays out what you'll be doing. Probably more important to you is the course schedule. And within the course schedule, if you're a person that likes to see what am I going to do throughout the whole semester, I have tried to lay it out for you. So if you want to read ahead, those kinds of things, look on the course schedule. That gives you a week by week. I might tweak it here and there if needed, but I think that gives you a pretty good idea of what's going to happen every week and what you will be responsible for reading each week and what your assignments and how they fall. So that will be a good mechanism for you. Um, Otherwise, what I will do is I will set up the new material each week in the Moodle room. And so as you can see, week 1, I have it laid out. It will always be this way, really. Class topics, here I provide you with a little bit more detail, not a lot, but a little bit. The readings, and then I'll have movies. This week I have 3 for you, but next week it will just be probably an introduction where I'll just kind of talk to you about what I see as important for the week, the things that you need to do, the questions you might have, the questions I might have, those kinds of things. And then week 1 presentation, as in this case, this is like, you know, what you'll have to do. The content, I lend a little bit more explanation of the content, though it's kind of your weekly lecture, okay? And then assignments, due dates, and then down below you'll see, like this week you have 2 assignments. Again, they're not huge, they're just some assignments that you have to pay attention to. And I'll try to be very, very clear on what's expected, your requirements, and then what will happen. These 2 assignments, it just happens to be a passion profile. Talk about a little bit more in the next video, just so that you know where to get them in this video. Action research defined. This one goes into kind of a PDF file that I have more explanation on different action research definitions and so forth. Again, you'll be able to see that a little bit better once you once you go back to it. But these are always well defined and pretty well laid out each week. Okay, my schedule for doing this is, I see myself, even though this is an online course, I see myself as teaching this course on Mondays. And so I will have all the information up hopefully by 6 o'clock on Monday nights. So hopefully I'll be before that, but I'm not promising that. New course material will be up by 6 o'clock on Monday nights, and then I will, you'll have the whole week. I know some of you won't look at it until the weekend. I get that, okay? So that's why when I do this, you are given the weekend to get caught up and so forth. But then on Monday night, something new again. Week 2 will start, or week 3, so forth. Okay, so all I ask is that at the beginning of this, just kind of the ebb and flow, just kind of bear with me as you get used to the schedule, and I get used to the schedule as well. Assignments, as you will see, as down here, it's highlighted down here. Your assignments will always be due on a Thursday, like Thursday by midnight. And I do that just so that, number one, I can have assignments for a weekend of grading, but also I will never, I am not going to give you an assignment on Monday and expect you to have it done by Thursday. You will always have a weekend or more to get the assignment done. So I will not leave you hang. This is not going to be a course that, oh, you have to be on every day. Oh, you have to be on every Thursday. You know what? You just have to do the work, access the information, and then meet the deadlines of the assignments. And I think it will work just fine for you. With the assignments, just so that you know, these first 2 are not very good examples of them. These are just kind of an intro assignment for introductions, and then action research defined is pretty well defined in the assignment. I don't have rubrics for these. They're smaller assignments, smaller points, but you will see in my criteria what I at least want present in those assignments. But normally I will have a rubric that is associated with the larger assignments, and then those rubrics, you will have access to those when you get the assignment, so you will know exactly what I will use to grade the assignments when they come in. They'll either be a rubric or some kind of a checklist, but at least you'll know what's expected and what what I'm expecting to see from your work. In the course, we will use two different discussion boards. One is a general discussion board. This is where all of our discussion about the course should happen. Okay, and as you can see, I've already started one discussion topic thread. Read the assignment and then you'll know what to do here, but basically I'm asking you on this discussion thread to reply to me with your definition of action research after you've done the reading and kind of the work that's associated with it, but that will be our first one as we get started. You will see in this course that the discussion area may not be used as much as what you've had in other online courses. I'll try to explain that as we go through, but this is not going to be a course that you're going to, oh, if I don't talk on the discussion board, I won't do well. And we'll go 2 or 3 weeks maybe and you won't be on a discussion board, or I won't generate the discussion. You might, but I'm not going to. You know, you're 2 years into an online program, and my course is not driven by the discussion boards, okay? My course will be driven more by the work that you do independently and collaboratively around the topic of action research. So again, I'm just going to ask you to kind of the ebb and flow of this, just kind of see how it goes. There'll be some times where you have to get on the discussion boards, but I think you'll see that it's a little bit different than what you've experienced in the past. The other is a discussion board that I call odds and ends. As you can see, there's nothing there right now because really what I have this for is kind of that stuff of maybe you have an announcement to make or something that's unrelated to the course, but you want to be able to talk to your colleagues, your peers about whatever's happening or whatever. That's to go under the odds and ends. So feel free, something exciting happens, personal, professionally, you have a question about the graduate program, that's where I would like you to put those kinds of questions, and I'll try to help or facilitate that discussion if need be. Okay, so that's there. Grading. Just so that you know, with grading, it is a graduate course, so I do have high expectations for this course and for you in the course. But again, I'll try to be very clear with my grading when I'm using the rubrics, those kinds of things. Returning assignments, I will try to have, if you hand them in on Thursday, I will try to have them back by the next Friday so that you're getting feedback, knowing where you stand in the course and so forth. But just remember that some of the assignments in this class are pretty big, so we'll have to, give me time to do that. Office hours, I do have office hours on Thursdays on campus from 12 to 2, so you can always reach me by Skype, by phone, whatever. I've tried to have like online office hours for my online classes, but to be realistic, it's kind of like the Maytag repairman. I get pretty lonely. Nobody comes to those. So please know that if you ever have any questions, we can set up a Skype session, call me on the phone, contact me by email. That's just fine. And I'm very approachable. I'll try to help you as much as I can. We do have 2 face-to-face meetings for this course, one being on Saturday, February 1st, the other being on Saturday, May 3rd. So just get those on your calendar, and that kind of gives you an overview of kind of where the course is, what you need to access, and hopefully get you through the first week. So when you open up a week, I think the first thing this time you want to look at this introduction as you're doing, then go to week 1 introduction, and then go to the week 1 presentation, and then you can break down the assignments as needed. Okay, so next probably look at that week 1 introduction.